Well, welcome to another fabulous flipped classroom. And today's lesson, today's Rockin' More production, is going to be on coordinate grids. And so before we get started, so that we can talk about our coordinate grids, I want to give you the objectives for this lesson and what you're going to know when we get to the end. So the first objective is you will be able to explain the following terms: coordinate grid, x-axis or horizontal axis, the y-axis or vertical axis, origin, and ordered pair. And then you will also be able to, at the end, plot points on the coordinate grid. So those are your two goals. Those are the two learning objectives as we go through here. So a coordinate grid is really a rectangular coordinate grid is used to name points on a plane. So on a flat surface. A plane is just a flat surface. And so a coordinate grid is a way that we can figure out where a spot is on a flat surface and what we can do. And one of the ways that we do that is we use our x and y axis. And in this case, or in every case, the x-axis is the line or the axis that's going across or horizontal, and the y-axis is the axis that is going up and down or vertical. And those are the two terms that we use. So when we talk about these things, what you're going to see is you're going to hear us talk about the x-axis. And when we say that, that's horizontal. So we can label that here. This is the x-axis, which is also horizontal. So those two terms will be used. And then this one over here is our y-axis, which is vertical. And when we look at these axes, that's our plural form of that word, when we look at these axes, they're going to be labeled with numbers as we go through. And where those labels start, where they begin, is the origin, which origin just means the beginning, the start of something. The origin is always going to be where these axes cross. And the ordered pair for that spot is going to be 0, 0. Because if we're labeling, this is where 0 is going either way. And then going across, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for each of these lines going across. And then same going up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we use these numbers in order to create ordered pairs so that we can figure out where to plot lines on our axes. So a lot of different terms there that you should be able to know. So our coordinate grid, to review, is this graph, this grid that we use in order to plot points. Well, to do that, we use our x-axis, which goes across, and our y-axis, but we're always going to start at the origin. And the way we do this is by combining a number from the x-axis with a number from the y-axis. And you might wonder, well, let me see. How do I know which number is going to go first? Well, I have a good little way to think about that. If you looked at a house, let's say Mr. Rockenstein, we can draw a little picture of Mr. Rockenstein here. Here's my little Mr. Rockenstein. There's Mr. Rockenstein. So we have Mr. Rockenstein, and he needs to clean his windows. So he's gonna climb up. He's gonna put his ladder in place where he needs it, and then he's gonna climb up the ladder. Well, there's Mr. Rockenstein, and he's ready to clean his windows. If he wanted to clean the next window, he's not going to try to go up the ladder first and then move the whole thing together, because then he would have to try and hop over like this. That doesn't usually work out well with ladders. So how would he have to do it? Well, you're always going to go over first and then up when you clean the windows. So again, we always move over first and then up in order to do all this. If we were to go, whoa, lost part of my ladder there. If we were to try and go up the ladder first, now he's already up. To move back over to this window isn't going to work out very good. He's going to end up falling over and probably not being a very happy Mr. Rockenstein. So in order to make sure that we do those things correct, when we look at our ordered pairs, the first number always is the over or the X, and the second number refers to the up or going up the ladder. We always put the ladder where we need it, and then we climb up it. Put the ladder where we need it, and then climb up it. So if I were to look at this right here, and at this point we're only going to use this square of our coordinate grid. This is the only area that we're going to look at. I have my origin right here, and then I know this is labeled as we're going across. Just very simply, if we throw some numbers here, if I were to say, well, where at what point is the ordered pair 3, 5? Well, I take that. The first number is 3, and I know I always go over first. I place my ladder before I climb up it. So I find 3 here, and now I'm going to go where 3 meets 5, and that would be where I could plot my point. So that point right there is the point 3, 5. If it was labeled, I could say, oh, that's point A. A is 3, 5. We could also have circumstances where there's already something there. In this one, it has an X there, and if I asked you, well, what point is the letter X at? You would go over, and it is at 6, 6. And in this case, it doesn't matter which number is first because they're both the same. So just to give you a quick review for this quick lesson, coordinate grid is a way to plot points on a flat surface. We use our axis, our x-axis, which is going across, and our y-axis in order to figure out where those points are going to be. The origin is always 0 or 0, 0. And then we use ordered pairs to determine where objects are or where we need to place objects as we go through. Very quick lesson. Make sure you always follow where the ordered pair is. And again, just to review, make sure you're always going over before you go up with your ordered pair. Have fun practicing.